6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Through Black and White Eyes. What an absolute result yesterday. Absolutely fantastic. We're here to talk about that. I'll tell you about the chaos I've had over the last 48 hours. It's been a nightmare. But we are here to talk about the result. We do dare to dream now, don't we? Lee says, we got Bruno in the middle. He's got a magic hat. He could have went to Arsenal, but he said, no, fuck that. He came to play for Eddie Howe and the famous Black and White. And when we win the Premier League, we'll sing this song all night. Oh, yes! Absolutely dreaming. Afternoon, smiles all around. They are now, Les. Sort of. An afternoon, says Lee. So my chaos started on Friday night at 4 o'clock in the morning when I realised I'd lost my phone. So I've got no access to my main Twitter account, which is that one there. Don't bother messaging me. I haven't got a phone for 5 to 7 days by the sounds of things. This is what happens when you get blind drunk. Yes, fucking get in. I love it. This is what happens when you get blind drunk and you meet Kevin Keegan. What a night. What a night. Problem is, I've got no bloody phone. Afternoon, Steve. So that is my personal signed photograph with Kevin Keegan. I have to add to the draw some prints, Kevin Keegan prints. Unfortunately, they're not signed, but I'm going to add them to the raffle. Kevin Keegan celebrating. So they're going to be prizes to be won. Beautiful photograph of Kevin Keegan and everybody else. Yeah. And I'm hoping to have a few more signed things. Hopefully, a friend of mine's been able to get something from Ginola, because that would be absolutely fantastic as well. So, yeah. Afternoon bars, brilliant win yesterday. But do you think Longstaff needs to be dropped or replaced in January? No. We're going to come on to Longstaff because it's his birthday today as well. Happy birthday to Sean Longstaff, who's 25 today. We're going to talk about him in depth, Tiger, because he's got his limitations, but he has a place in this squad for me. Did I have a good time? I had an amazing time. I got to ask Kevin Keegan a few questions. I asked him, is this the best back line he's ever seen at Newcastle, since the 1980s? He says he hasn't seen enough of them. But hey, our league position says that we are. I also got to ask him who his best signing was. After Alan Shearer and Rob Lee was the winner. We had a good conversation about him, coming from Charlton, 700,000, dropping down a league, blown the first division away, and then the way that he took to the Premier League with us like a duck to water, it was absolutely fantastic. So yes, it was an absolute fantastic night. I got to meet Mickey Quinn, got to talk to him. What a legend. Glenn McCorry, who I did not know was a Newcastle fan. I've given them both my business cards, so I'm hoping they'll be in touch. Problem is, I don't have a phone. But I don't think they will, to be fair. But it was a cracking night. Loved it. And roll on the next one. I'm very happy for Newcastle United. Here we come. Top. I tell you what. Dream. It's time to dream, isn't it? Afternoon, Pierre. Afternoon, Kevin. Thanks for joining as well. Yesterday, for about half an hour, we were exactly third in the league. Yeah, I know. Spurs were losing 2-0, weren't they? Afternoon, Bars and all. Afternoon, Andy. Hi, Bars and all. I like coffee. It's nice to see you again. Longstaff was great yesterday. Covered every blade of grass and made some great passes. I agree, Peter, but he also made some terrible passes as well, which Tiger has pointed out. But he's got his limitations, and we'll come on to him soon, I promise you. Miggy Almiron, Miggy Almiron. This guy knew. That's all I'm going to say on that. Mickey did it again, another fab goal. Yep, 6 and 6. Absolutely unbelievable. Imagine if we win the Premier League, it'll be bloody fantastic. Oh, God. Lewis, I don't think I would drink Newcastle dry. Everyone will be out. No one will mention it for a couple of days because no one will even remember it. But it'll be unbelievable if it happens. Bournemouth let us down. Yeah, you can't rely on other teams, though, at the end of the day. So let's just keep doing what we're doing. We won't mention that bad pass. Yeah, there was one where he split two players, one, and they went straight out for a throw-in. But there was a couple more as well, but his performance was still excellent. Yes, Chris Wood probably should have buried that goal. Had he been on the pitch longer, he probably would have, but at the end of the day, he came on and did his best. If DLC gets picked over Wilson, Southgate should get sacked before the Iran game. Yeah, he should. Longstaff almost scored a worldie in the first half. He did. Even Pep has seen that. Even Pep knows. Yeah, Pep knows. Right, so guys, Friday night I met Kevin Keegan. Absolutely amazing. Got back to my brother-in-law's house. Lost my phone. Woke up at 10:30 in the morning. Had a shower. Threw up. Standard. Man, you're as drunk as I was. Can't remember how I got home. I remember seeing an Arsenal fan get knocked out because he was just an idiot in a nightclub. I don't know what the hell he was playing at. I got home, fell asleep, meant to be doing a live watch along, woke up at 3:15, missed the first 15 minutes of the game. So came downstairs, sat down, started watching the game. Yes, mate, Kevin Keegan. I'll show you again. Look, Kevin Keegan. Oh, what a night. Honestly, just an absolute... Do you know what? His actual talking as well, his presentation, was not what I expected. It was all about companies that had gone bust that had his name to them, all about sponsorship deals. And yeah, it was a bit weird. There was hardly anything about Newcastle and about his time as a manager or as a player or anything like that. It was still brilliant. It was very funny. But it's not what I expected. I've seen Peter Beardsley 3 times, and he talks about his career and all this sort of stuff. But Keegan didn't really talk about that sort of stuff. But he was so funny, though, absolutely hilarious. If you ever get a chance to do a dinner night with Kevin Keegan after dinner speaker, he was brilliant. And Mickey Quinn did the auction. Very funny guy, absolutely hilarious. So yeah. They definitely would have closed to the roads at ST.James Park if you win the Premier League. I'm telling you, it'll be absolutely unbelievable. May the fun continue. Today, hungover baz. I'm on my second day of the hangover now. As the guy said to me yesterday, if we get into Europe next year, a lot of Toon fans getting divorced. Wilson brace in front of Southgate. I'm delighted for him. He has to go to the World Cup. Barcelona now want Bruno. What's so funny is they actually think they can get him. Bruno's gone nowhere. I love it if I met Kevin Keegan. Absolutely love it. Was that kebab on the signed photograph? It was me. Kebab. What are you on about, mate? I look good. So it's a bit big for us now because I've lost weight. Didn't realise. But yeah. Honestly, what a night. What a night it was. So yeah, I woke up 15 minutes into the game. It was 0-0. Okay, standard. First half was a bit stop-start, really stop-start. I can't wait for tomorrow. Going to watch in the 21s against the little team down the road. Oh, I didn't know they were playing there. Go on, Lewis, lad. Let us know how it goes. I will keep it. I can't keep an eye on my phone or Twitter because I don't have one. Not you. But yeah, so no, me too. I wish I could have met Sir Bobby as well. So the first half, very stop-start. Their keeper had a horrendous injury. I know a lot of fans in the ground were getting really annoyed that they were taking so long, but he took a knee to the head from his own player, and it wasn't pretty. He was on the ground for a long time. And I tell you what, up to that point as well, Villa looked quite dangerous on the break. Hello, Leslie. Nice to see you again, pal. Thanks for joining the chat. They were dangerous on the brink. Bailey looked different. Quick. He got around the back a few times. But how good were our last-ditch blocks, tackles? because not one shot made it through to port most of the time in that first half, because our last-ditch challenges were just timed to perfection every time and were just unbelievable. That defence is just magnificent, really, isn't it? And it also includes Sean Longstaff, Bruno, and Joe Linton as well, because they were there putting in tackles left, right, and centre, making sure our goal was not peppered. It was absolutely unbelievable. So very, very happy with how the first half went, even though it was a bit annoying. Keeper gets up, play continues, and then he has to come off later on because he's obviously got concussion. So how he managed to stay on the pitch, I do not know. The rules are concussions, you should be straight off. But somehow he managed to pass it and then fail it later on, and he had to come off. So we get an extra sub because of that. The concussion rule is if they use a concussion sub, we get an extra sub. So 6 subs we could have used yesterday if we wanted to. I don't think we did, but we could have. Murphy will score worldie against Real Madrid in the Champions League semi-final. He is so unlucky. What an absolute bloody idiot goalkeeper. He should have been subbed off before, after the first head injury. He should have been subbed off, but again, he wanted to stay on, I suppose, so we'll see what happens. Agree with Shearer, should be allowed a 10-minute temporary sub. That would have helped. Met Sir Bobby in WHS in town, book signing, beautiful man, he really was. He's a legend. Are we the team with the most amount of goals denied due to the goalposts? I think we are. Yeah, two in this game. Should never allowed Villa keeper to stay on. It didn't happen in rugby. I agree. Hi, Baz. Wilson has to go to the World Cup. He does, David. He really does. He has to go. Shearer on Match of the Day was furious how long Villa took to take Martinez off. After that, it was like Newcastle playing against 10 men. Aston Villa never had a shot on target all game. I know. I'm going to come to stats later on, but they did look very dangerous in the first half on the break. He didn't have keepers in rugby. This is true. We did actually use 6. Oh, we did. I didn't know if we did or not. Laugh out loud, Andy. We had a great day yesterday. Congratulations to everyone. Yes, we did. That goal frame must be feeling bruised after yesterday, definitely. Longstaff was magnificent and really stepped up in those areas of the pitch. It did. Whoever the Facebook user is, well said. I like that. Burn needs to go to the World Cup too. I wouldn't say no to that happening either. A lot of fans on social media are asking how we were allowed 6 subs. Yeah, it's all because of the concussion rule. So their goalkeeper got subbed off for concussion, which means we're allowed an extra sub because that didn't count against their substitution. So they had 6 as well if they wanted to use 6. So that's the reason why. Our back 5 should be in the team of the season. So far, 100%. But when they pick back 5s, though, they always look for goal-scoring defenders, don't they? So you'll have someone like the guy at Man City, the left-back, Cancelo, whatever he's called. He'll probably be in it because of that. That's what they always look for in teams of the week and teams of the season and all that sort of rubbish. But Miggy was the man who sort of broke the deadlock in my eyes because he won the penalty. Ashley Young diving, arm massively up in the air. Miggy crashes a shot, which was probably going in the far corner, and gets the penalty. And also, Miggy really probably should have scored in the first half, shouldn't he? When he got slipped through, great touch. And then he tried to lift it over the keeper, but he didn't quite get the ball off the ground enough. And the keeper saved it comfortably in the end. But the penalty again, Villa trying to slow us down, trying to put us off. Wasn't going to happen. I think Mings got a yellow card for doing it. I can't remember if it was Mings or not. I'm sure it was. But Wilson put the ball on the spot. He waited for the goalkeeper to move and he slammed it down the middle. And that put us 1-0 up. And there was 10 minutes of extra time and we still nearly scored again. It was unbelievable, really. Great first half in a game that was so stop-start. We still stuck to our laurels. We still attacked and Miggy got the penalty. And Wilson smashed it home. Puts us 1-0 up at half-time. My God, Big Joe and Bruno have the World Cup, especially after that win. The Brazilian manager was there. Yes, he was. So hopefully, do you know what? I'm really selfish. I don't want our players to go to the World Cup. I want them to go to Saudi Arabia, do the warm weather training, come back stronger, and see where we can finish this season because I don't want them going to the World Cup, really. But That's just me being selfish. I think a lot of Newcastle fans would think the same, but they deserve to be on the plane, and why not? Who needs Messi when you've got Miggy? Very good afternoon, Barry, and all in the chat. Afternoon, Paul. Good to see you. Sorry, I'm still yawning and tired after what was a great night with McGeegan. The other so-called top six are shitting themselves. 2 more league games, then we break for the World Cup. Then we can strengthen in Jan and give it a real good go. Spot on, Paul. It could have been a red card, I think, for the handball and a goal-scoring opportunity. Surely that is a red. No, double jeopardy, isn't it? So it's not deliberate handball. So, he hasn't been on the line and saved it, has he? So I think it's a yellow all day long, to be honest with you, and a penalty. Botman needs an upgrade on FIFA 23, surely on 90 plus now. Also, he looks nothing like him. Get a face upgrade here. I love it. Botman is just the Rolls Royce. He's just unbelievable. Second half was a little dull. Was it, Andy? We'll come to the second half soon. Guys, also, while you're watching, hit the thumbs up button. Please consider subscribing if you are new to the channel. Donation buttons in the bottom right-hand corner. I need a new phone, so if anyone can help me out, I'm only joking. I'll get a new phone at some point. But the donation button's there to help us with the running costs of the channel. So if you'd like to donate, please consider it. 99p a month to be a member, and we do prize draws. One of these photographs has been signed, which I've got separate for the winner. And in December, we're going to give away a Newcastle shirt. So please consider becoming a member as well if you would like to. 99p. That's it. A month. Second half is a little dull. There's a pic on Twitter of our defenders in front of Pope, and Pope is in a hammock hanging on the crossbar. I love it. Wasn't it young for handball? Surely he didn't get booked. I don't know if he did get booked or not, but he definitely handballed it. But it wasn't deliberate handball, I don't think. That's the difference. Hey, Truls. With Big Joe missing next week, I would start with ASM, drop Longstaff, and have Shelvey, Bruno, Willock in midfield. Interesting. Longstaff won't get dropped. I don't think he will. I think he had an excellent game. I really do. But it's a nice headache to have, isn't it? I mean, ASM's only played 10 minutes. So is he going to be thrown into a full 90 minutes next week? If he's fully fit, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Where would we be without Botman? He world-class. Shaw is amazing because he got him. Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. Hey, Truls. Hey, Truls. Trippier, Bruno, and Miggy have really been working on their link-ups and training. The way Trippier and Miggy hugged after Miggy scored. Oh, no. Trippier is just outstanding. He could arguably be man of the match every game we've played so far this season. He's been that good. Hi, Truls, still smiling. I think we all are, aren't we? I still believe we're going to finish top for this season. I'm not dreaming. I'm telling you guys, look how good we have been. We've been fabulous. I'm not going to argue about anyone dreaming about winning the title because you just never know. I can't believe I've just said that. I said top 10 this year, and look at where we are. Afternoon, Geordies. Afternoon, Samantha. Thanks for joining us. Up the dome. Hi, Truls. Chelsea interested in Bruno. Chelsea. God, look where they are in the league. See, yeah. After that hammering as well. Hey, Les. Yeah, indeed. And we've got Chelsea soon as well. 2 games and a cup game. Yep, that's all that's left. Warren Miggy only needs the top left-hand corner of the goal because that's the only square yard he uses. And what about Longstaff nearly lobbing the keeper from his own half? Yeah, honestly, amazing. Hey, I like coffee. Hey, Samantha. Young got a yellow card for arguing with the referee at half-time, whistling about his handball. There we go. I knew he had a yellow card. I can't remember why, though. Afternoon, Mods and Steve. Up till the penalty, I thought it was going to be another typical tight Newcastle game. Yeah, me too, Kevin, honestly, because I thought Villa were very dangerous on the break in the first half. If we get a CDM and a right winger to interchange with Miggy, we can go far. I agree. Nice one. I like coffee. Hi, Les. Hi, Truls. But don't forget, we still got Shelby to come back. We're actually in a much better position than people might think squad-wise. But Isaac to come back, ASM to come back as well. If we can just add 2 or 3 more quality players in January, God knows what this team could achieve. Liverpool looks so bad. The signing of Nunes has literally fucked their playing style. Unlucky. It's going to take them a while to adapt, isn't it? But Leeds were well worthy of the win last night. They were fantastic. I thought they should have won it by more as well. Bamford had 2 left feet instead of 2 right feet because he's left-footed, by the way. He should have scored. ASM is back next week. Has to be. I think they're easing him back. They don't want to rush him, so we'll have to see. Liverpool fans complain about lack of investment. Oh, my God. Can you believe it? Big Joe is out and has been playing on the left wing last matches, so I think ASM coming in. He might play Murphy, though, Truls. Murphy came on before ASM yesterday. Trips running over to give Lascelles a skipper's armband, showing how tight they are as a squad. Exactly. Another great gesture from them. Depending on everyone's fitness, the team for the League Cup game v Palace will be difficult for Howe to plan out. A massive headache. Yeah, because with there only been 3 games left and we've got a big break, he might not want to rest so many players. We want to. I honestly think we could win this cup. The League Cup is the one we should target. You win the next game, you're into the last 16 or something silly like that already. We've got to go for it. Throw everything at Palace and then take them off when we're winning. I wouldn't change the starting lineups now. It's not broken just now, so it does not need fixing. How the lads and Barry. Yeah, honestly, Alan, I wouldn't change it, but we have to on Saturday because Joe Linton's suspended from too many yellow cards. So we've got to make at least one change. We looked shaky when the Lascelles came on. I don't think we did. Trippier gave captain's armband to the Lascelles. He did. It was brilliant. Fabulous game yesterday, level 7. Well done, Paul. I know you were there with your nephew. I hope you enjoyed it. Brilliant game yesterday. We're winning the league. I hope so. Very croaky this morning, lads. All that singing. Yeah, I bet. Aren't you a little worried that we may be achieving things a little too soon? No. Never worry about overachieving. This helps us massively in January, Kevin. Hugely. Maddison, Trossard in January. 2 quality Premier League players. I'd take them any day of the week. March looked out of it. Poor bloke. Exhausted. Yeah. All the vultures are circling around Bruno G. Now Barca are being linked to him. No one's getting anywhere near our Bruno. I'm telling you now. Don't think we need ASM. Doesn't suit the style of play. Murphy seems to be looking all right. Maxi, too many tricks, not enough end product. Just my opinion, though. Jordan, that's why we like doing this show, because everyone has a different opinion and we can discuss it. I personally love ASM. I understand where you're coming from. Sometimes he can flatter to deceive, but he's dangerous. He attracts more players than what Murphy does to him, which opens up space for other players like Bruno and like Miggy, who can, exploit that extra space on the right wing because the players seem to tuck over to ASM. So, he's dangerous when he doesn't have the ball as well. Just because he's on the pitch, he's fast and he can do things that other players can't. So, but I still think Murphy is fitter than ASM at the moment. So I think Murphy might start and ASM could be an impact sub next week, potentially. ASM is way better. And if he gets tired, then sub goalpost Murphy in half-time or 60, 70 minutes. Goalpost Murphy. I've never known a lad hit the post so many times. It's mental. It could have been 7 or 8. Should have been 6. We should have really repeated that amazing performance against Villa when we beat them 6-0. We really should have. And no disrespect to Villa. I know a lot of Villa fans on Twitter are obviously idiots, but there are Villa fans that are on Twitter and that I know personally who are lovely guys. And they understand what happened yesterday. You won't see them on Twitter trying to make excuses. They'll just not say anything because they know they were outclassed in that second half. Which was an amazing second half, which we'll come to soon. There's just so many of these in the chat talking. Just the League Cup, we're getting a treble at this rate. I love it, Andy. Baz, would you scrap the cups and focus on getting Europe? No, definitely not. Never scrap the cups. Cups get you into Europe. So for me, League Cup, go for it. FA Cup, when it comes around, go for it. Maddison to Newcastle, yes, I hope so. DRB, Maddison, Bruno Jr. in Jan. I love it, Bruno Jr. Give Bruno a $3 million contract. Give him what he wants. ASM played great in the matches before he got injured. He did. Bazette, big up 4th. Can you believe it? I can't, Brian. I honestly can't. I never expected us to be this far up. 4th. The amount of points we've got, it's mental. And we could have an extra 3 points added on. No, an extra 4 points added onto our total as well if it hadn't been for shitty VAR decisions. Can't see Trossard leaving Brighton right now. He was awesome for them against Chelsea. Did Potter deserve the boos? I don't think he deserved the boos. But again, we've all done it to ex-players and ex-managers and stuff like that. So even players have done well. Maybe a bit jokingly, but we have done it. But again, Trossard, you never know. It depends where Brighton are, where a club going forward, they're a club gone sideways a little bit. He might want a new challenge. He hasn't got long left on his contract. Give Bruno's keys to the city, definitely. Before October, I would have prioritised the cup run now. Tempted for league finish more. It's a difficult one. Why not both? Let's just go for both. You can have my firstborn as well. ASM and the creativity we need on the wing. Murphy, the poor guy, just loves the woodwork. Chat was quality what he did. The cut-in, he's the next Miggy. I don't know if he is. I don't know if he's got it in him to be good enough to be the next Miggy, to be honest with you. I like Murphy. I like his attitude. He's a Newcastle fan. He just keeps hitting the frigging woodwork. Give Eddie time with Murphy. Do you know what? I'll give him till the end of the season and we'll see what happens. Murphy, like Lascelles, is trying to prove people wrong, and you can tell good on them. Yeah, I like that. The referee didn't really help yesterday either with the time wasting. No, that was so stop-start. ASM completed a couple of good passes in the short time he was on, plus he occupies 3 odd players. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said. 90 watching, 30 likes. How well, lads? Hit the button. Yeah, come on, guys. Hit that thumbs up if you don't mind. Up the Premier League we go. Indeed, Les. And then he caught up. And then Morky coming in. I think second is a distinct possibility. Hey, I'm not ruling out anything now. How does Isak get back into this side? He doesn't. What a headache, though. I think he'll be eased back into it anyway. He could play on the left. He could play on the right. He can play up top if Wilson's missing. But let's just enjoy the headache. Is Trossard's age a bit of a concern? 29. Yeah, it is a little bit, to be fair. Especially when we're trying to buy younger and developing a team, like buying likes of Bruno and that lot. Been pretty impressive Longstaff last couple of games. Good, Mick. I told you it's coming good. At least Murphy getting shots on target, unlike Wood. Hitting the woodwork's not on target, mate. Byrne made some crucial blocks in the first half and saved from that Bundeya attempt. He did. That was an unbelievable challenge in the first half. And it wasn't just one. There was about 5 in the first half. Blocks and everything, especially with Bailey getting down the left-hand side. He was very dangerous. Mudryk is going to cost 100 million. Would you still take him? It depends how much we've got to spend. If 100 million takes almost our whole transfer budget on one player, is that one player enough and worth that amount of money? I would say no, personally, because you want to be adding 3 quality players and spending roughly around about 120 million, and then 100 million on one player takes out the chance of signing 2 more. So, no. Oh, Trossard's 27. I'll be happy with 2nd to 7th. Yeah, me too. He's at cost 63 million. He will not be on the bench. So who's he going to replace, Truls? Because he's not going to replace Wilson. He's not going to replace Miggy. That means he plays on the left wing. But then you're saying that ASM will get dropped. So think about that before you say something like that, because I'm sorry, but Wilson is definitely not going to get dropped unless he's injured. I'd love to see Wood go and Jan and another striker come in. Wood can't score in a brothel. Yeah, I can't argue against Wood. Would how dare to put Maxi in for Jolinton against Southampton? I doubt he will. I don't know. He might play Murphy, then bring Maxi on, I think. 100 million is too expensive. Trossard's 27. I thought he was only 27 or 29. That's why I was scratching my head. What's the rumours about Isak? Attitude, Trippier speaking to him? I don't think there is any problems, to be honest with you. I've not heard anything, Les. He's just injured. 100 million, no chance. Trossard will be 28th on the 4th of December. There we go. It's still 28, still quite a little bit old. Wood. 100 million puts added pressure on the player to justify the price tag. I don't think players do, to be honest with you. Owners will see the league position and give Eddie a blank checkbook now. Tiger, my apologies to Trossard. Let's try and get a world-class striker in. We've got two. Isaac has no attitude, just like ASM has no attitude. Yeah, potentially. See Wood's eyes, though. Guy's feeling, he can tell. Get behind him. He's wearing black and white. Definitely get behind him. Prior hat, all good, mate. No need to apologise. Right. Share screen. Entire screen. Let's minimize that and bring these up. So here's some stats. So the second half was just absolutely fantastic. We absolutely ripped them apart in 15 minutes, scoring 3 unbelievable goals. Wilson with a header. Almiron wrapped it up with an absolute perler. And Joe Linton gets one off the goalkeeper with a rebound, which was fantastic. Kieran Trippier again in 8.1. Look at his heat map down the right wing there. Played the 90 minutes. Got 1 assist, 2 clearances, 1 block shot, 2 tackles, dribble past 2, ground duels, won 4 out of 7. He was fouled 2 times. He lost possession 16 times, which is not too bad. The lad was unreal. An 80% passing accuracy from 87 touches, 3 out of 4 crosses, 4 out of 11 long balls, and he created 2 big chances as well. He's just phenomenal, and it's every week he's getting an 8 average. It's scary. It is absolutely scary how good he is. Callum Wilson with the 2 goals as well. Heat map, that's what you want to see. Right in the middle of the goal there, in there trying to get goals. He scored 2 goals. He got an assist, 3 shots on target, 2 shots off target. He hit the woodwork once. He missed 1 big chance. 78% passing accuracy. And again, he even mucks in as well. He only lost possession 7 times. He was offside once. Just an absolute complete performance from a midfielder. Even Sean Longstaff with a 7.5. Look at the heat map on that. He was all the way down the middle, down the right, helping out everywhere. Long balls, 3 out of 5. Shots off target, 2. Shots blocked, 1. Ground duels, aerial duels, 3 out of 5, 1 out of 3. Possession lost only 15 times, which is not that bad when you think about it. 2 clearances and 3 tackles. Right, Sean Longstaff, let's look at it this way, right? The guy has very little ability going forward. Let's put it that way. Sometimes his vision, his passing has been terrible at times. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to lie about that. However, what's been great about Sean Longstaff is his pressures, the way that he challenges, the way that he blocks, the way he gets back into formation quickly and absolutely stops attacks. Him and Joe Linton have been fabulous at doing it, and so is Bruno as well. So is Joe Willock. I feel sorry for him. Look at our defence. Just absolutely, Villa were poor really in a way, but there we go. Here's the stats and figures. Possession 60% of the time, 20 shots, 7 on target. Wasteful. They had 3, none on target. We had 10 shots off target, 3 block shots. Absolutely stunning. 6 big chances. We missed 3 big chances. We hit the woodwork twice, counterattacks 2. Everything was all in our favour, apart from saves and offsides. Villa just got absolutely hammered. 520 passes to their 356. 410 accurate passes with a 79% rate, which is fantastic. We did lose possession a bit too many times, but that's what happens when you got the ball a lot. And we just absolutely pounded them. Absolutely pounded them. And there's the league table. Absolutely unbelievable to see us in 4th place. Absolutely unbelievable. Unbeaten. Only lost once. There's only Arsenal and Man City who are less than that. We're only 5 points off top of the league, but yes, we have played a game more. Man United played 2 games less, so they've got a chance of jumping up to Tottenham's target of 26. But, Villa are in massive trouble. They're only 2 points off the bottom. So it's very, very scary times for them. It really is. But that, for me, is just absolutely outstanding performance. Everything about it. Absolutely unbelievable. And I've run out of superlatives. I really have. It was a complete performance in my eyes. Unbelievable. Right, I need to try and get where we were in the chat there. What a nice anniversary present for me. Oh, good, mate. Don't need to apologise. That's where we are. We don't buy someone for over 60 million, put them on the bench. How we done that one? It was something, but like I say, Truth, I say again, who you're dropping? Where does he fit into this formation in a 4-3-3? Let's say he's not dropping Wilson at the moment. It's not happening. It was something to load to another channel. I know nothing. I don't want to know who or what it is. Only Man United do that. What a nice anniversary present for the owners, for Amanda Stevie, definitely Stevie. I think Holberg for centre mid would be a great signing. I agree, Tiger. Someone's mentioned him a few times, and I do agree with that. Indeed, I like coffee. Take it back, second half, not so dull. We blew them away in 15 minutes, hit the post twice, and well, post and the crossbar. Go get Alvarez from Ajax, quality player as well. We spoke about him. It's a squad game, and we need to be looking at resting players when we are winning comfortably, especially when in Europe. Yeah, be a different kettle of fish if we make it to Europe. Spurs would put that tax on him. Yeah, they would, yeah. I saw Richard Keys move to London, move the training ground to London to attract better players. We don't need to do that. I'm assuming Sean and Matt Longstaff are brothers. Yes, they are. Yeah. McAteer looked like he was waiting for the men in white coats to come in. Brilliant. To take Keys to the psychic ward. Yeah. Howe wouldn't have bought Isak if he had an attitude problem from what Howe has said. That's why I'm sure Isak hasn't. He doesn't have an attitude problem. He's injured. He's injured, guys. It's as simple as that. He's not back till after the World Cup. Richard Keys should tell the London and Manchester clubs to move north. Yeah, they should. It was like that the first half. I felt like the game was going to be 4 days, but thank God we got the win. That we deserved it. I thought you were referring to them awful suits Liverpool wore before. Yeah, the white ones. They were horrible. We are invincibles and not counting that corrupt Liverpool game. I know it was a farce. It definitely was. Hopefully Emery can turn some Villa players into Almiron. Well, he needs to do something because they're in trouble. Miggy's song's been in my head ever since the game. 6-6, guys. What, honestly, he's found his mojo again. I've seen this player play in the MLS and for his country. I've been waiting to see it in a Newcastle shirt, and we're finally seeing it. It's unbelievable. Guys, I have to go very soon, so I'll fly through the chat and do best I can because the house is about to get very noisy with the kids getting home. But please hit the thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. Please consider dropping a donation, £1 or anything. If anyone can do that, if 100 people can do that, that would be amazing. It would be £100 and it'll go towards the shed. I am still selling raffle tickets, but please don't contact me on my main Twitter account because, like I say, I've got no phone for the next 7 days. But if you want raffle tickets, contact me via email, via Facebook, or via Through Black and White Eyes on Twitter. We've almost got halfway through the book now. Still got a lot more tickets to sell to hit that target, but we're determined to get it. It is less than 2 months to Christmas. Arsenal winning 1-0, so that puts them back top of the league again. Arsenal v Newcastle will be a cracking game. It will be when it comes around. Should Sean Longstaff be a centre? He is a centre DM, mate, most of the time, but they like to play Bruno there instead of Sean, and then Sean slips in it when Bruno goes up front sometimes. But Sean made some great runs into that box in the first half, and he got into some great positions, so he can do it. He's just not great at it at times. They'll have to change the goal of the month to Miggy of the month soon. He keeps banging in worldies. He does, doesn't he? Where's Matt gone to? He's on loan somewhere, I believe. Yes, I think he went to a League One side, I think. Keys will be lucky to be in a job soon. Yeah. Great show. Thanks, Jules. We're still going, but I will have to go soon. No, I just got here, 10 minutes ago. How is Keys and Gray even still in employment after the disgraceful behaviour of one of the female colleagues? Because they've gone abroad, haven't they? See you later, lads. Fair play to Eddie Howe. Pundits were talking like he was a caretaker until a better manager comes along when he came in. Yes, now Eddie Howe is going nowhere. 100% going nowhere. I always said this: give him time, give him money. You know, look what he's doing. It's been unbelievable. See you later. I like coffee. Yeah, I'll find you. Willock should find his goal scorer in Boots too. He's not far away from it. He's so unlucky. But what a performance. 4-0. Can it complain? Everyone was amazing, from Pope all the way up to Wilson. We've got headaches when people are fit again, which is what we need. It's absolutely fantastic. Eddie Howe could be our Sir Alex Ferguson, King of Newcastle soon. People, he could be. Guys, just a massive quick shout out to our new sponsors of the channel, Fulltyne. They're a new company being set up, going to be supplying hoodies for the channel. So we'll have our own logo on there and stuff like that. But this is going to be their main stuff. There's the raffle stuff as well. If you want to buy some tickets, please contact me. And please consider being a member. It really does help. I must admit, I had my doubts about how, but man has proved me wrong. That's for sure. I'm glad he's proven people wrong, because I never doubted him, to be honest with you. And I never doubted Miggy. I never doubted Sean. I knew things would come good. I'm just glad they're showing it. And we can all marvel in the way this team's playing, the way they're hunting in packs, the way they're breaking down teams when they're coming for a point. We are now a team, even without ASM, scoring 4 goals in a game. You know, we would never have said that last season, even under Howe at the back end of the season. We were all like, oh, crap, ASM's not there. There's going to be no, bright spark. We're going to have to win dirty. Now we're flying, and just watch this team keep going. It's absolutely fabulous to watch. And I'm jealous of everyone who gets to go there every week. But yeah, that's just how it is. Please join me again on Tuesday night. We're going to be doing the Premier League review, so we'll talk about all the games with the usual guys. Then on Thursday night, we've got Joel, a Southampton fan, coming on to talk about the game. On Sunday, I can't believe they moved the game. I took Saturday afternoon off to watch the game, and they moved it to a Sunday. I'm absolutely gutted. Newcastle could do a Bergkamp for goal of the month or match of the day. Yeah. Well, honestly, we're literally going to be winning that every month. It's mental at the moment. But yeah, so tune in Tuesday night, tune in Thursday night. We've got some great shows lined up. We've got more stuff coming. We're going to have Liam doing some gaming stuff as well through the day soon. So keep an eye out for that. Doing Newcastle seasons on Football Manager and on EA Sports and all that sort of stuff. But guys, hit the thumbs up. I've really enjoyed it. Thanks for coming and having a chat with me, because it's made my day, even though I lost my phone. And I will do my best to keep you updated on what's going on the channel as best as I can. Yeah, don't tease Southampton fans. It's not fair. They're doing all right. But until next time, enjoy the rest of your weekend and don't have a miserable Monday, hopefully. See you later.